Three hot, three not. This is the series in which I look at the three hottest wrestlers coming off the last PLE. And I know, there has been no PLE for a minute. However, recently we had the 1 year anniversary of Raw and that 3 hour Smackdown. It feels like we kind of spread out a PLE over the weekly show. So I thought we would do three hot off that and three not, the not hottest wrestlers from that week of wrestling, cold, if you will. And our first hot wrestler, we're gonna start off with Raquel Rodriguez. I don't know where she's been hiding, but the Raquel Rodriguez that I've been seeing lately, the Raquel Rodriguez that will attack you in your boot if you're injured, that's the kind of ruthless aggression that I have been looking for in a wrestler. I am loving this version of Raquel Rodriguez. It feels like 2025 was the year that Raquel stepped up her game in the ring, and it looks like 2026 is going to be the year in which Raquel just becomes the entire package. I loved her interview on Monday Night Raw where she's like yelling at the crowd, just that interaction, not caring about anything, laughing. At one point, Stephanie Vakir walked out and she's limping, making fun of her. She turns around, beats her up, attack, the boot. Everybody's like, oh, how could you, Raquel? And I'm like, yeah, that's how you call your shot. That's how you call your shot. Raquel Rodriguez stepping out of the shadow of Liv Morgan and being her own woman. I love that. She called herself like big, sexy, mommy cool. Raquel Rodriguez is quickly becoming one of my favorites. She hasn't been given a lot of airtime, but the little that she is getting, she's making the most of it. I'm more invested in her than these banger matches that I keep seeing. 20-minute, 30-minute banger matches, cool. But I'd rather see a 2-minute promo from Raquel right now. She is hot. I would say she's hot like what? What would we say? How hot is she? I think she's more on the rise. So she's like, an oven that is preheating. It needs to get to 425 before we start cooking. She's at 400 right now. So she can get hotter, and she's going to get hotter because she is doing great stuff. Now let's go to cold. I'm putting sorry guys, I'm putting Jey Uso on the cold list. Jey Uso, here's a dude who this time last year had the rocket ship attached to him. He was a rocket jetpack, something was attached to him where he was going through the stratosphere. He had a match coming up for the world championship against Gunther, which he would lose, but then he would win the Royal Rumble and go on to face Gunther, and which he would win. Like last year, Jey Uso had everything in his favor. This year, he is now back to being a champion after his brother literally said, Jey Uso was losing so much that Big Brother had to get involved. And so we're going to become tag team champions because he's such a loser. I'm paraphrasing. And they did. They became champions. But what have they done with that championships? They pretty much came out during they've come out to yeet and say, yeah, we're here, we're champs, yeet. Then they left, and then this week, Jey Uso got the commercial segment during Raw. They bring him out so he can say yeet. That's it. Oh, no, wait, excuse me. He does have they do have some challengers, Otis and Tozawa. No shade to them, but I don't think there are anybody lower on the entire roster than Tozawa and Otis. So that's the Usos challengers right now. But yeah, Jey Uso not doing good. It looked like for a minute this was all leading to something like, ooh, he's gonna become the right-hand man. He's crashing out because he's losing all the time. But no, it led to his brother just acknowledging that he loses all the time. Maybe it'll pick up again because we love to start and stop this storyline. So maybe it'll pick up again in a month or two. But as of right now, cold, ice cold. Let's see. He's so cold. He's like He's like a burrito, you know, like a gas station burrito. you put it in the microwave and then you just forgot about it. You just forgot about it, and then by the time you get to it, the burrito's cold. You ever try to eat a cold burrito? That meat is just like, it's just weird at that point. But you eat it anyways because you got to eat something. But yeah, so yeah, that's Jey Uso. He's a microwave burrito that got cold. Because he was hot. All right, so let's now go to another hot. Let's go hot. Who should we do for our next hot? Let's go Trick Williams. If you want to put all the NXT call-ups, you probably could. But I think Trick Williams is the one that's really standing out right now. Obafemi, he's getting promos, and I like this. I like the promo packages that we're giving Obafemi. Javon Evans, he's connecting with the crowd. Jordan Grace, I've seen better, but I have seen worse as well. And I did like when Jade Cargill got in her face last week and was like, you think you did something special? You ain't done nothing special. So Jordan Grace instantly getting a program. So, I've seen worse, but I think Trick Williams is the guy right now that's looking like $1 million. He did beat Ray Phoenix, but that's not why I'm saying that he's hot. Because he came out to face down Sami Zayn and Randy Orton, and he held his own. He looked like he had been on the roster doing this for years. He has the look, the confidence, the swagger, everything. I mean, he even has his own yeet chant with Whoop That Trick. So, you can just tell the sky's the limit. I actually think people are undervaluing his potential right now, because I've said this many times, whenever he comes out, I'm just seeing The Rock in the Nation of Domination. That's the Trick Williams that I'm seeing. And spoiler alert, The Rock went on to some pretty big things, all right? And I think Trick Williams is just red. What is he, red hot? I'm not sure if he's red hot. He's at the beginning stages of hot. So like Raquel Rodriguez, she's at 400, about to hit 425. I would say Trick Williams is at 325. He's just heating up. We've just turned on the oven with this guy, and we're about to see some great and amazing things. His overall charisma is what's been lacking on the product lately, and I just cannot wait. He is definitely heating up real quick. All right, so next cold. Who did I have at cold? You know what I'm going to put? This one might be a little controversial, and I was debating on doing it, but I'm going to put The Miz on the cold list. Now, The Miz is a guy who can, he knows his place. You can slot him in as to fight a newcomer like Joe Hendry, and he could lose, right? And it wouldn't really affect him. The next week he'll just come out and cut a promo. He can go into the main event. He is one promo away from the main event. If you allow him to actually cut loose, then boom, he's golden. You want to see him fight someone. And the reason why I'm putting him on the cold list, because, he's actually even fighting for a spot as a number one contender right now. He's about to go face off against Randy Orton for a spot in the Fatal 4-Way that will determine who will the number one contender be. So, in reality, he's kind of feuding with another main eventer, Randy Orton. So why am I putting him on the cold list? Well, for one, he's literally been saying, I get no respect, right? I get no respect. So we are acknowledging that he gets no respect, but then we continue to give him no respect. It's one thing to say, I get no respect, and then he takes that respect, right? But it's another thing to say, I get no respect, and then we continuously just give him no respect. And I know that can be a story beat. Sometimes there are storylines where the wrestler's on a losing streak, but this doesn't feel like that. Besides, the losing streak storyline almost never lands. The thing that tipped the balance to me saying, okay, he's on the cold list is he's in a kind of a sort of program with Randy Orton, right? Well, this week on Smackdown, last week, he and Randy and Trick, they were they were beefing, right? And Randy, punched Trick. Trick is out of the ring. And then Miz came in, attacked Randy from behind, right? He goes to put him in the skull-crushing finale. Randy fights out of it, RKOs him after a week prior, RKOs him twice, and then he just dismisses The Miz. And he does it in a way that instantly he gets his attention back to Trick Williams. Now, that allows Trick to be on the hot list. It's great for Trick, but not for The Miz. Because now, to me, that's Randy Orton just completely ignoring The Miz. The Miz is not even a threat, to the point that he was barely of a concern when he got sneak attacked. And then he was still able to overcome The Miz, to the point that he's not even paying attention to The Miz. He's looking at the new guy. That's why I'm putting The Miz on the cold list. Now, don't get me wrong. I enjoy The Miz. I love The Miz. And I'm liking what he's even doing with Carmelo Hayes. But gotta put him on the cold list. But he's probably not that cold, because The Miz's character allows for him to be like this. Like, literally, this is kind of his character. So I'm going to make him ice cream. I'm going to make him as cold as ice cream, because ice cream is cold, but it's kind of designed to be cold. You're supposed to eat it cold. You know, nobody really wants warm ice cream, because then it's melted. I mean, then it's kind of, I do kind of like drinking the ice cream. I used to before I had to start counting the calories. But like, no wonder I got to the point where I had to start counting the calories. Yeah, what's your favorite drink? Ice cream? Cookies and cream. But The Miz, he's allowed to be cold, because that's someone has to do it, I guess. And ice cream is allowed to be cold, and they're both still good when they are cold. But yes, Miz, cold. Let's do our part-timers right now. Wish I could put John Cena on my part-timer list, but he no longer is employed by WWE. So, and don't say he has a legend contract. You know what I mean. Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, and AJ Lee, all cold, because they just don't show up. They'll be in Saudi Arabia, I'm sure, for the Royal Rumble. But we live in an age where you don't even have to be written off TV anymore. You can just win your match and just walk away, and then when you come back, we're like, oh my God, they're back! Like, where were you guys? Where are you guys? But yeah, those guys are cold because they got nothing. They got nothing. No one's talking about them at all, period, whatsoever. And then what about Logan Paul? Well, they've told us that Logan Paul is now a full-timer. So Logan Paul is now officially off of he is officially off of my part-time list, and now he is a full-timer. That will lead us to our third and final cold, and I'm going to put the Vision on here. I'm putting the Vision on here as a whole. Now, I just don't see it. I just don't see it. We'll break it down each individually. It seems like Logan Paul, he is a part-timer now, but all he did last week was just kind of stand around the ring. Why didn't him and Austin Theory have the matchup? It feels like that could be a tag team right there. What about Austin Theory? Austin Theory, he took off the mask, and is anybody still thinking oh my God, I can't believe it was Austin Theory at Survivor Series? No, everybody's forgotten. Everybody's moved on. They've done pretty much nothing with the guy. I know it's still young, but what is he doing? He's awkward on the mic. He doesn't know how to do this role. He was better when he was taking selfies with people who fell. I liked his storyline better when he had stolen a golden egg. All right, when he had been the culprit behind the golden egg caper of 2000 22, 23. Austin Theory is just he's so deadpan. I don't get it. He's just there. He's I don't what is he doing in the Vision? What's his purpose in the Vision? What is it? Bronson Reed, this is the dude who beat Roman Reigns 3 months ago. Roman Reigns has taken how many losses since becoming the tribal chief in 2020, and Bronson Reed is one of them, and yet we're doing butt kiss with Bronson Reed. I repeat, Bump kiss, bump kiss. Let's slow motion that bump kiss. That's what they're doing with Bronson Reed. Nothing. I will say, though, I really did enjoy Bronson Reed doing a tsunami off the top rope when Adam Pearce was yelling. That was really funny. But yeah, like, I just feel like he should be doing more. He should be doing more. He just kind of stands there and does nothing, honestly, just like all of them. And then Bron Breakker. Bron Breakker, now a lot of people are going to argue with this one. They're going to be like, Bron Breakker's hot, man. Didn't you see him get in the face of Adam Pearce? He grabbed Adam Pearce by the shirt, or the whatever these are. And yeah, but I just feel like he could have done more. You can heat up food to like 135 degrees and it'll be warm enough where it won't kill you, but like food should be at like 165 degrees. And that's how I felt Bron Breakker was. Yeah, you know, that was a decent showing for someone like a Bronson Reed. But we're presenting Bron Breakker as this unhinged, chaotic, Steiner-like creature, and he needs to do that. He needs to go all out. He should have speared Adam Pearce and kicked the crap out of him, but he would have been fired. Come on, give me a break. Give me a break. Randy Orton used to RKO Mae Young, all right? Randy Orton attacked Triple H's wife, all right? He punt kicked Vince McMahon. We can come up with a story that would allow Bron Breakker not to get fired. In fact, they already have it built in because Adam Pearce was like, he's suspended indefinitely. And Paul Heyman was like, yeah, but you put your hands on him first. We'll see you later. So like right there's your out. I just feel like the vision just doesn't have a vision. They are 135 degrees meat, where like that is the coldest it can be before it reaches the threshold where bacteria can grow. I'm a restaurant general manager, all right? I know OSHA laws. So that's where they're at. They're like just, I would say cold. You know what? They're 134 degrees. How about that? They're 134 degrees, so they're officially cold. One more degree, they'll be at the bare minimum, but in all honesty, we need to heat them up 20 or 30 degrees here, all right? We need to heat them up 20 or 30 degrees. Bron Breakker just lost to CM Punk after calling him an old man. He made CM Punk look like a fool because of how old he was. Well, you just lost to that old man. So Bron Breakker looks like the bigger fool now. So yeah, Vision, I want to like them. I like them individually, but as a whole, not so much. All right, let's do now our final red hot. If you want to do the Smackdown main event scene, you can. And when I say main event scene, there's only 3 people. That would be Cody Rhodes and Jacob Fatu. But I'm gonna specifically call out Drew McIntyre as red freaking hot. All right, so we'll just get over. We'll do the first 2 because they're kind of attached because there is a lot of intrigue there. First, you got Jacob Fatu returning. That, like, in of itself is like a big deal. And he attacked Drew, but then he attacks Cody Rhodes, and so it's like now we don't know where he is. He's this chaotic creature on SmackDown, and he's acting like it because he's attacking whoever and whatever. He got involved, he made his presence known, and now we don't know, was it Drew, was it Cody that attacked him? What's going on, Drew? Jacob Fatu, what are you doing here? So that's interesting. Cody Rhodes is now interesting because he lost the title. Like, whether he turns heel or stays a face, he's just more interesting without the title, chasing the title. But the real reason that this is the hot is Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre, many moons have been saying, you know, I've been screwed, I've been this, I've been that, I should be champion, and he's always the bridesmaid, never the bride. He gets the championship for 5 minutes and something seconds, and then he loses it. And while that was kind of a cool thing, it's just like over and over and over again. It was getting tiring. It was getting tiring to just try to believe in Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre fans, we would be right at the promised land just for them to take it away from us. And finally we got it. And it was on a SmackDown. It was on a Smackdown, and it was just like, it was very surprising. Honestly, I wanted in my heart for Drew to win, but I just didn't think it would happen. And now that Drew won, it just feels like WWE has been refreshed. Smackdown, the 3-hour show, the show that I've been dreading the most, is now my must-watch TV show. I cannot wait to this Friday to see what Drew McIntyre has to say. It is so nice and refreshing, and instantly we get a different kind of matchup at Royal Rumble. It could be one of 8 guys, and not one of them is named Cody Rhodes. It's like, this is insane. I did not think that we would change the belts before WrestleMania. It's like, we knew he had it in him. We just didn't think WWE would pull the trigger. Not on the golden boy, Cody Rhodes. So it's just like, Drew McIntyre is so freaking hot, changed all the questions. It's just like, just a joy right now to be a Drew McIntyre fan. And I haven't been able to say that for, well, I mean, it was fun to be in 2024. It was fun to be a Drew McIntyre fan in 2024. But 2025 was just such dog crap for Drew that it just really wore on the soul. But now here he is, our undisputed champion. Like, wow. Very happy. He's very red hot, very deserving. If I had to like, what would he be at? I don't even know. He is like, he's a campfire. You know, he's the fire in a campfire, because it just, you know, when you sit around a campfire with your friends and stuff, it just feels good. And that's what it feels to me, that Drew McIntyre as champion. It just feels good that he's a champion. So Drew McIntyre is literally the bonfire. He's the bonfire that friends gather around, just talk and have a good time, because he's making me talk and have a good time watching the product. All right, boys. All right, girls. Those are your 3 hot, 3 not for WWE, the week of the beginning of January 2026. Let me know yours below. See ya, bye.